Hello everyone and welcome back to another Knighthood boss. This week, once again, is the Kelak, which should hopefully be quite easy. And not only that, it wants us to use fairies, which is a race that's actually had quite a lot of buffs recently, so this should be all good. Of course, running King of Diane, Alpha, Lance, and then Helbram. If you're, let's say, missing Alpha, you can use LR Glocks, but it won't be as good, or Beta even, if you just don't have Alpha at all, but you have Beta. Beta also work. But if you do that, you will need to make sure that you get a level 2 Lance AoE for the 1,000,000 damage, because we need to get 1,000,000 damage. If you really want to as well, you can swap out the link, so give Mael to whoever your DPS who needs to do 1,000,000 damage with, and then give them anything. You can't crit, so don't give them Sario, it's not worth it. But full gear, we got HP defense, attack crit, HP defense. For the card set, of course, we got the Giants and Fairies card set, which increases our basic stats by 7% and decreases our damage taken by AoE skills by 10%, which is pretty handy. So we need to kill the Fairy, pretty easy. More than 80% health, that's going to be easy. Debuffs we're not going to be doing, skills we'll be doing, damage we'll be doing, and that will really be it. And speed here will also be doing, not by... This is just by coincidence, because all three of my DPS is all speed. But yeah, we're not going to run any food, we don't need to run food, let's get on with it. This night boss is pretty easy. It's not... If I get like another alpha skill, I can just vaporize the second phase in one turn, which is actually really handy with this team. But I like to take my time with the first phase. The first phase is a pretty easy phase. I can just waste a few skills, and then I can just absolutely vaporize the next turn. So we'll waste this one, this one, this one, and then this one. So we're getting Lance stacks up at the same time. There we go. Of course, if your Lance is high duped as well, it will be even easier for you to deal the 1,000,000 damage. But because I'm only 2/6 Lance, feels odd even saying that. Yeah, this is just a tiny bit harder. But anyway, we got the additional alpha skill I wanted, which is pretty good. That's fine. That's all good. We still have the cleanse, we've got max alpha stacks, which is the reason why I play that setup. We'll waste this, and then I will just double move. Can also get Lance's ult as well. We have 3 stacks of this, so should actually do decent damage. That would have done close to the 1,000,000 if it would have also got the death damage hit in as well. So what I can do is I'll just do something along the lines of this. I'll cleanse up. It's not really needed because everyone on my team's full health, but I'll do it. And then we'll do this, and then Alpha will just absolutely vaporize it. So we'll do about 1.6-ish million. But because you can't crit, it is slightly harder. But it's fine. It's not too big a problem. Also with this as well, we're chipping it down a bit before we kill it, we can get some additional points for reaching 300,000 damage before this happens. There you go. And then another 300k maybe? 500k, there we go. And then... boom. That's how easy this Knighthood boss is. It's not a hard one. It's one of the ones where if you've got a decent set of DPSs that also can sort of act as supports. Like I'm pretty sure Lance buffs Fairy's basic stats by 5%. We've got a huge attack boost from of course name again. Helbram. We're getting the base stats from the card set. I'm pretty sure the King of Diane provide basic stats. Alpha I think even provides very minute basic stats. And also she doesn't need to crit as well. She's one of those DPSs where she can crit, but she really doesn't need to crit to power her full damage, which is really handy to have. But yeah, now on to the lower difficulties. Of course, being extreme and hard, hopefully. We can just do these two and that'll be it. Don't care about all that stuff. Just need to kill with a speed hero. Thankfully, the majority of my team is speed, so there's no problems there. But yeah, another... I actually like these Knighthood bosses. They're not too bad. The only one I actually kind of despise is Canopus because it can be a little bit RNG based, but it's definitely not as bad as what it was on launch. Because on launch we didn't have all these really good fairy characters and giant characters, so when it asked for fairies or giants it was sort of like no thank you very much. But yeah, super easy. Yeah, even Helbram nearly one-shot it because you can crit now because we've got a lovely attack boost. There we go, second phase, or pretty sure I can just like play this and then play the level 2 Alpha and it's just gonna absolutely nuke it. What even is Alpha's attack related stats? She's got well below average for like a new like collab, I would say, in terms of crit chance, but she doesn't need to crit, which is a beautiful thing. As you can see, she missed some of those crits, but still did 3.4 million damage. And she's also crazy for Enduro. I would love to see them do Emerson Shadow again next year, because it's got such a large roster of characters they can actually pick from, which is really good. It's a problem animes like Solo Leveling don't really have the largest pool to pick from. Of course, they do, in a way, but it's not as hype as, like, being able to go for someone Emerson Shadow who's actually still quite cool, where in Solo Leveling you'd have to compromise and go for one of the other S-class heroes, but you'd have to be it'd be someone a little bit more obscure. But anyway, you know, it's up to them. They could even collab with Arise instead. Well, not instead, but as part of the Solo Leveling collab. It just means they could do original characters, which is something I dread they would do. But it is a possibility. For reruns next year, there's actually a lot of reruns I wouldn't mind. There's actually, like, a lot of reruns I would not mind. Mainly because I feel like a lot of those characters, although a lot of those shows have had another season, so they've got a little bit larger pool of characters to pick from. Shield Hero is one of them. You know, they've got, with the fourth season, it was the fourth season, my brain had to think, they got such a large roster of characters to pick from now, that it's unbelievable. So, it's not bad. And there we go, we got 6,000 points and 9,000 points. Super easy this week, not hard at all. And yeah, thank you for watching, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.